So we will now begin the press briefing by Foreign Minister MOTEGI. I don't have any comments from my side, so I would like to answer your questions. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hands and go to the microphone and state your name and affiliation. Nikkei Shimbun, Nakaoka-san, please. Nakaoka from Nikkei. On the second day, there was a ceremony to hand over 5 patrol boats from Japan to Bangladesh using the USA. And this was decided in 2023. However, Bangladesh issued a joint statement to China in June opposing the arrival of militarism. This is viewed as having Japan in its mind. What are your thoughts on the nature of security cooperation with such countries and the future direction of OSA support? Well, yesterday, in Chattogram Naval Base in Bangladesh, there was a ceremony to grant the patrol boats decided in the 2023 OSA. And from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Parliamentary Vice Minister Shimada attended. And in the remarks during the ceremony, Bangladesh said that they fully appreciate the granting of the equipment, and not only that, they also commented that they highly recognize the constructive role played by Japan in terms of promoting this region's peace, stability, resilience, and capacity building. Now, that was a comment made. And concerning the joint communique that was mentioned, it is between third-party countries, so inclusive of whether the wording bears our country in mind or not, we are not in a position to comment. But Japan, we have consistently, ever since the war, have been promoting peace and stability in this region, and this has been highly recognized by many countries throughout the world, and that has been made clear from the comments from Bangladesh.
Honda-san from Kyodo News. I'm Honda from Kyodo News. On Prime Minister Takaichi's visit to India, the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson said at yesterday's regular press conference that the evolved FOIP is confrontational and lacks substance. Now, what is the government of Japan's view? As we have consistently explained, the free and open Indo-Pacific, or FOIP for short, is an inclusive and open vision. The evolved FOIP announced in May as well. We have been providing consistent explanation, so it's an inclusive and open vision. It is by no means intended to promote confrontation or rivalry. It has received a strong support and understanding from regional countries. Based on this, Japan will work with many countries and regions and under the evolved FOIP to advance concrete cooperation that benefits Japan, its partners, and the Indo-Pacific as a whole.
Yomiuri Shimbun, Fukuda-san, please. Fukuda from Yomiuri. I would like to ask about Japan-China relations. Now, China has tightened export controls to Japan on dual-use products such as rare earth, and there is the detention of Japanese nationals in Lian province and moves by the China Coast Guard to claim jurisdiction within Japan's EEZ off the coast of Yonaguni Island. So based on this, so what is the relationship the government tends to build with China going forward? Now, as was mentioned, the export regulations targeting only Japan from China, that it cannot be tolerated, and it is extremely regrettable. And to China, we have strongly protested, and we have demanded the revocation of these measures. And concerning the detention of Japanese nationals in Dalian, we have been contacting these Japanese nationals as well as the relevant parties, and we continue to take appropriate measures from the viewpoint of protection of Japanese nationals. And concerning the activities by the Chinese Coast Guard in southern Yonaguni as well as in Japanese EEZ, these activities and announcements concerning these cannot be accepted by Japan, and we have repeatedly been making demands through the diplomatic channels to China. Now, Japan-China relations, as we have been saying, there are many concerns and issues, and that is why communication is extremely important. So Japan is very open to various types of dialogue with China. We will continue communication with China, and from the viewpoint of national interest, we will continue to take calm and appropriate measures.
GG Press, Kinoshita-san. I'm Kinoshita from GG Press. I'd like to ask about travel advisories for the Middle East. On the 25th, June 25th, following the signing of the memorandum to end U.S.-Iran hostilities, MOFA lowered its advisory for the 7 Middle Eastern countries, including Saudi Arabia and Qatar, from level 3 to level 2. Meanwhile, despite the provisional agreement, Iran and Iraq remain at level 4, advising an evacuation. Given the continued attack since the provisional agreement, what is the status of reviewing the possible downgrades for those countries and regions, and what factors are most important in that view? Regarding travel advisories, we have been reviewing appropriately in a timely manner to ensure the safety of Japanese nationals. They are issued based on an overall assessment of the security and other political and social conditions. As for countries and regions not covered in the previous revisions, including Iran and Iraq, we will continue to assess the regional developments, including implementation of the memorandum, and make appropriate decisions.
Asian News International, Itagaki-san, please. Itagaki from Asian News International. There's been much announcement concerning the achievements of Japan-India summit meeting, and Mr. Modi has been saying Kaizen, has been mentioning Kaizen in Japan. So we'd like to confirm the achievements and also the issues going forward. That seems to be the focus of attention as well. One is FOWIP, the FOWIP going forward. What will be the possibilities of development going forward? Africa, Global South, the approach there, and 10 trillion yen investment from Japan. So they are talking about the targets and attracting investment. So in the Japanese Indian Embassy for investment, they have introduced much incentive to attract investment. So the resolution of such issues and also the measures that you'll be taking forward, and from the diplomatic view as well as the domestic procedures, can you please comment? That was very long. Well, it's unsure whether you're asking a question or whether you're citing your comments. But the visit by Prime Minister Takaichi to India, this has served to deepen the strategic cooperation with India. And as you have seen in the video, the personal trust relationship between the two leaders have strengthened, and it was a very meaningful visit. To be more specific, in August of last year, when Prime Minister Modi came to Japan, the direction of the cooperation for the coming 10 years has been promoted, and that has been reconfirmed. And by leveraging the strength of Japan and India, inclusive of Kaizen was mentioned. One is to strengthen the strategic cooperative relationship between Japan and India, and the second is to promote cooperation in areas of economic security as well as energy security, and the third is to co-create economic growth of the two countries through collaboration on investment and innovation. So these are the three focal points that we will be promoting cooperation is. India, they have a stronger voice in the international society now, and they are representing the Global South. So by collaborating with India, third country cooperation together with Africa, we hope that will be promoted as well. And this time, we've agreed to hold 2+2 between these two countries by the end of the year. And personal trust relationship between myself and External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar. Based on this, we would like to strengthen in many areas the strategic relationship between Japan and India.
Any other question? If not, this concludes the press conference. Thank you very much.